if I give, people won't ask too many questions about who I am and what I'm hiding within me. So it also served as a hiding tool, if that's making sense.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
so, I would ask a lot of questions. I would get really curious about other people's life. I would cheerlead other people because yes, a part of me wanted that back. Like you said, we give to others what we wish we would receive, but also part of me didn't want that back and was using that as a I'm gonna shower love on you because I don't want you to be looking at the fact that maybe I'm gay, I'm insecure, I'm doubting myself, all these kind of things. So I'd ask a lot of questions. I'd make sure that that person was fully taken care of so that the energy and the spotlight wouldn't be on me. Um, so it's a dual-edged sword. And with time, I've learned that um, to open up and allow people to ask me questions just like you're doing right now. And to give from a place of not wanting to hide something, but to give from a place of real, true love, like give from which I've always done, but there was always that duality. Giving from a place of love and also giving from a place of not wanting to be fully asked questioned for who I am as well. And this is me being really raw and vulnerable and honest here.
And I so appreciate that. Again, takes a lot of courage, but it takes me back to the question again because you said that sometimes it's coming from a place of love, but also not being avoiding sort of being questioned and stuff. So, but at the time, from what I know as well, you weren't 100% sure about yourself and those things, which is why it might have. Is that safe to say? Or maybe you hadn't accepted yourself fully, and which is why you saw that the surroundings or your environment won't accept because they're only a reflection of that, right?
100%.
You want to shed more light on that? Was it because of?
Yeah, 100%. I think a lot of people that have come to me after my coming out story or me sharing on Instagram or me sharing with my friends and my close ones, a lot of the people come up and they say, "Why did you take so long? Why didn't you come to us sooner?" Or "We were really there for you." And it comes back to what you said exactly. It's a mirror effect. But how can other people be there for you if you're not even there for yourself?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. How can other people accept you if you haven't accepted yourself? How can other people be okay with the claim gay or whatever it is that you're owning up to if you haven't come to terms with it yourself? So the work first starts with you. 100%. It comes with you owning fully who you are and being comfortable in your skin enough to accept yourself and then take the step to want that from the world. And I know a lot of people probably come out and I know a lot of people probably share things about themselves when they haven't fully done the acceptance part. But when you do that, you're sort of doing that also wishing for the validation of the world, right? So what I did is I constructed the validation within me first. I wanted to build my strength and my acceptance within me first before I went out to the world and I shared something and then I got shaken because people would go, wait, is that really you? Is that really what you want? I don't want people to question me and for me to bend
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
not feel confident in who I am. So I built myself from within. I really accepted myself. I really did the work to love myself from within with coaches, mentors, and with myself. So that when I did come out and when I did share, I'm doing coaching or I am gay or whatever it is that I'm sharing that is really vulnerable and scary, I did it from a place where people couldn't shake me. I just wanted to be firm in myself. And I think that's really important because if not, we're seeking for external validation to feel confident in ourselves.
I saw these things in your posts and your reels as well because I mean a lot of your posts talk about, and I might be wrong, but they talk about owning yourself, accepting yourself, letting go of fear. So this these things really do make sense. I remember I had a one-on-one coaching session with you as well, and there's a lot of things that you asked about my life, my family, and you could sense or you could smell the fear and insecurity and the duality that I was also showing, and you kept on coming back to this one point to accept and to talk about these things because I personally had been a person who used to look at things from strength and used to detest weakness. You used to detest vulnerability, used to detest fear. For me, these things used to brought up weaknesses, and used to make a person think about things that they shouldn't. But after talking to you, looking at your posts as well, and of course a lot of other people as well, I had also been able to build this strength and foundation that you're talking about, because I believe it's super important when a question comes your way, or when a thought comes your way, because people, knowing unknowingly, would talk about things or say things that they didn't mean, but our mind may take them in a different context, and they are, like Parmeet says as well, like our mind comes up with 70, 90,000 thoughts. So, and these thoughts can be good, bad, or anything.
Ugly.
Yeah, and you just need to have that foundation, the thing that you talked about. And while you were speaking, it made me so happy, because you were speaking from a position of like personal authority. Like, I could see a person who's calm,
Conviction.
collected,
Yeah.
yeah, who knows what he's talking about, and I could see that flare in your eyes as well. So I mean, to be very honest, I aspire to be like you, to have this confidence in life, and to have this conviction. So that's truly amazing.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, and it's something you build with time, I guess. I don't think I was always like that, but the more I've put myself out there, the more I've just picked up my phone and recorded content, the more I've had coaching conversations, the more I've done maybe public speaking experiences, the more that confidence muscle has built. And I guess, like I'll love to ask Parmeet as well about his experience with the Wiser Together community and the events that he's doing in Sydney. Like, how was your first experience versus the ones that you're doing more along? Like, how have you opened up as a person as well the more you host these experiences? I'm sure your confidence level shifts as well with
100%.
practice.
100%. Like, see, we're biologically like, uh, seeing discomfort or seeing something unknown puts us in stress, and our body reacts to that. And this goes back to primal times, like when we were hunter gatherers, we we're seeing there's threats all around us, right? So the only when you go into a dark place or a place of discomfort where you don't see any familiarity, like your body already gets in that stressful zone, and it reacts accordingly. So uh, naturally our environment has changed a lot, but our physiology is still the same. So from the from day one to day, I don't know how many weeks has been, there's been a tremendous shift. And not just doing the events, but be it with running or with boxing or getting in the ring the first time, uh, the nature of the thoughts are always the same. It's discomfort. It's telling you to
Mm,
get out of there. It's There's a bit of self-doubt, and these things are very natural. But I feel like there's a brilliant takeaway for everyone here. What you mentioned, self-acceptance. I think that can be so powerful in not just changing first your own perception of yourself and how you talk to yourself, but then how society starts to mirror that as well. And when society starts to mirror that, it's sort of like an upward trajectory, like the strength and the confidence and the acceptance, sort of like it's a ripple effect, right? The momentum takes on. And I feel like, yeah, confidence comes from self acceptance, belief comes from self acceptance, and it's it's also not something uh, that it's I guess it's different for everyone, but there's definitely work required, and it's always a work in progress as well. I would like to say that you never reach an end point, and that's the beauty of it, because you can keep climbing higher and higher and higher.